This is a new world, and you are a new being. As a new being, you are free to express and expand your joy. In this new world, knowledge is joy. Pleiadians have learned that some Earth humans think this is a bit weird or intense. Although in their defense, it's less creepy when the person doing it radiates love and calm. The official start has been given to the next stage of the Earth. And Earthlings transforming the introduction of more powerful system, forming quantum energies. They will continue building the new foundation of the planet and morphing men's corpus. Before that, there was a long prep period when people were simply pumped up, irradiated with highest light energies to increase own vibrations and to cleanse from the lowest ones. And I come to be with you at this time, these amazing times that you are in now. They are only amazing if you see it in that way, for there are many across the planet that are not seeing this as an amazing time. They are seeing this as perhaps the end of times, the end of life as they know it. But indeed, this is the end of life as you have known it. This is the end of the third dimensional expression, the illusionary expression. This is the time of the new life, the new world that you are creating. In 3D, you had fences surrounding your knowledge. You could not know this or understand that, because you did not permit yourself to ponder anything outside your expected 3D limits. It is time to allow yourself to learn about the new ideas, inventions, music, actions, etc. that will arrive in the next few weeks. You have finally opened the universal gate of knowledge, wall of the earth. When you were a child, your parents had secrets you did not understand until you were older or perhaps never. Knowledge your parents thought was not appropriate for you at that time. Such is what is happening now. The difference is that in 3D, you functioned as both the parent and the child. In your world, the concept of an in-group and an out-group is well known. The idea here is that your in-group are people who belong to your metaphorical tribe, and you are willing to help them. And your out-group are people who don't belong to your metaphorical tribe, and they are potential enemies, and you certainly don't need to go out of your way to help them. Today, I would like to expand on that idea a bit. Instead, most people assign different levels of humanity to different people. People often assign full humanity to people in their in-group. So for an individual right-winger, this could be other right-wingers. How can we feel it? This is already happening. Unpredictability, out of time, almost complete loss of memory about the past. Absolute incomprehensibility and a bursts of solar fire. Old systems, attitudes, order and programs are collapsing. There is nothing to grab onto to feel like the same person again. Everything is rushing by with great speed. During the solstice, the process accelerated, went further, deeper and wider. Several cross-sections of this process occur at different times. About 3 weeks ago, powerful impacts on the nervous system began, aggravating everything, including human reactions. It caused elementals rampage, especially of water and earth, manifested as heavy rains, floods and quakes all over the globe. The once strong ties of interstate relations have crumbled, and the usual algorithms of political decisions have reached a dead end. The world is turning upside down. And I speak now not only of material attachments, but also human attachments to those people. Those loved ones that you have been attached to. You need to let go of all of that. But know that when you let go of those attachments to your loved ones, that does not mean you are letting go of them. It only means you are letting go of the attachment to them, allowing them to have their own path, their own way to go about their lives without you interfering with the path that they are on. You can certainly be compassionate and loving toward them, but do not stand in their way. And many throughout the planet are doing exactly that now. They are holding their loved ones as possessions to themselves, and they are not your possessions. They are simply your soul group that are here with you in this lifetime, just as they. Many of them have been with you in previous lifetimes and in previous existences to the lifetimes here. When you were in other galaxies, other systems, other planets, together with those ones. And here you are at this time, once again, brought together as old souls coming together once again. And doing what you came here to do. And that is to raise consciousness everywhere. First within yourself, and then to all those that are around you. For that is what this is all about. You will discover new interests and skills beyond anything you imagined during your 3D Earth lifetimes. And the same will be true for anyone transitioning beyond 3D. Inventions, creations, music, drama, time, travel modes, dimensions, frequencies, and any other word-action you can imagine will be explored. Almost as if a giant box has been opened with gift after gift inside. You will be amazed at your new skills, as well as the skills of those you may not have noticed before. A new world of everyone exchanging gifts that surprise not only the creator, but the recipient. It is finally sparkle time, with lots of laughter and knowledge sharing. In essence, incorporating all the expected aspects of Earth's creativity. Note that this depends on the person. An individual right-winger might assign different levels of humanity to different groups than what I just listed. Different right-wingers might also assign quite different levels of humanity to illegal immigrants. And yes, I do think that some right-wingers assign less humanity to illegal immigrants than I personally would like. How someone thinks people in certain groups should be treated often depends on how much humanity they assign to those groups. So, for example, an individual right-winger might be fine with a terrorist being tortured for information. At the same time, a new human being is being born. The old shell is discarded and a novel creature is already shining through. It doesn't understand anything yet, but seems to have a lot of eyes and other senses. It spreads its fields filled with crystalline light. And all this is in the strongest dissonance with the outside world. And this discrepancy pushes us all into a next space, higher and cleaner. For everyone, it can happen very quickly or take months. Both still occur outside of time, when it's difficult to understand what's going on, only needs to be lived calmly. In the familiar reality, the sun is shining, the clear water of the seas beckons. Birds are singing and the heart rejoices. And all this is present in our lives together, depending on where we direct the focus of attention. You were in that process to do so. But all of you, your higher self, got together. You might say, as a council coming together and said, no, we will wait. We will wait for our brothers and sisters. And that is where you find yourselves now. on the cusp, near the culmination of this ascension process that you are on, ready to be in that first wave of ascension. And then once you have done so, once you have ascended, then you are ready to turn back and assist those that come behind you. Just as you are the way showers, the ones paving the way. You are the ones that are going to be taking on the Christ consciousness within you. Just as Yeshua did so and showed the way, and that many have shown the way since. Of course, many of you reading this will poo-poo that last thought, for in your mind, such fun, sparkles, and knowledge are impossible. Your daily responsibilities have little to do with sparkles, and much with plodding from one activity or concern to another. How can you possibly exist in a world of fun? Who will pay the bills or care for the children? Even though your 3D world was likely a daily grind, that world is no more. We of the universes are not telling you to sit in your house waiting for the sparkles to appear. Instead, sparkles are all around you unless you refuse to acknowledge that such is true. A tiny flower might be the key to a medical discovery. A dress entices you to expand your social network. A new acquaintance will help you understand your need to explore the universes. Or new modes of transportation and communication will suddenly appear. This isn't exclusive to the left. The right also often doesn't extend their principles to people whom they don't assign a lot of humanity to. If someone is fine with someone else being treated unfairly, then I wouldn't start out by thinking that they're either uninformed about the injustice, or that they're hypocritical, or that they lack principles. I would start out by wondering, just how much humanity is this person assigning to the people who are being mistreated? After all, the vast majority of people are fine if people whom they don't assign a lot of humanity to are mistreated. This is also why groups of perfectly fine people on your world suddenly seem to turn into genocide-supporting monsters if a group is dehumanized enough. You are the ones as a collective planet together. The first ever to have ascended as a collective along with the planet. You must understand how enormous this undertaking is for all of you, and how you volunteered to come here, and here you are now to do so, to bring about the end of the old programming, to bring about the end of the illusion, and to move forward into the new reality of your creation. And just as you created the illusion previous to this, you are going to be creating the new reality of the golden age of Gaia. And just as there was previous golden ages of Gaia of the earth, again, you are creating the new golden age. Trust in the universal plan that is at work here, and that you are a great part of that universal plan. All of you together make up this plan, and we, those of you that mentor to you, we cannot do it for you. We can only do it alongside of you, assisting you whenever we can. And then when you are ready, you will then turn around and assist those that come after you. Not interfering, but assisting them, guiding them, just as we have guided you. I am Archangel Michael, and I leave you now in love and peace and oneness. There are a huge amount of cosmic radiations coming on Earth today that many people don't know anything about and take space as completely incomprehensible and alien. But this is a purely human perception. A little further from the planet, and a person is lost from the influx of unfamiliar information. It's not worth dwelling on it. Let everything go spontaneously and naturally. Changes are never delayed and not come ahead of time, but always are punctual.